Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Erica and in today's video I am going to show you how my husband and I created a workspace for our children. They are going to be doing virtual schooling for the year. We really put a lot of thought and love into the space that we created for them, and I really hope that this gives you some motivation to get a space created for your children if they are doing virtual schooling as well. So let's go ahead and get straight into this video. The first step in any wood project is to sand your wood down. For this project, we are sanding down 4 1x2 strip boards in addition to the tabletop. The tabletop is going to be a 8-foot piece of pre-sanded plywood just because we didn't want to have to put a lot of effort into sanding, and although it was pre-sanded, we still went in and sanded it down just a bit more for some extra added smoothness. So this is where we will be attaching the strip boards. They will be attached to the side of the tabletop. And the reason for this is because we are actually using tiered shelves, the ones that I've been using to organize around my house to hold this desk up. And I will explain to you the rationale behind that in just a little bit. To attach the strip boards to the tabletop, we are going to be using pocket holes on all 4 corners of our desktop. We also place some pocket holes in the center of the desktop as well. We like to use pocket holes because the screws are hidden, and that's going to give our tabletop a sleeker look. So this is what our pocket holes look like once we are done drilling them in and removing all of the extra dust from around the hole. And as I mentioned earlier, we also drill pocket holes in the center of our table. And this is because it is a very long desk and we do need that extra support in the middle to help hold up the strip boards. Once the center pocket holes are drilled in, we will then begin drilling in the screws. Keep in mind, if you do use pocket holes, you will need to use special Craig jig screws. It's almost like a tongue twister, so you will need these special screws to use with your pocket holes. This is what the screws look like when they're all screwed in. Also remember that this is the bottom of our tabletop, so the top of our tabletop will not have any screws showing, which makes it a lot more seamless. We are now cutting our 1x2 boards in order to put those onto the sides of our desk. We are going to use the same method. We are going to drill pocket holes, use the special screws, and get that all drilled in. So this is the moment of truth. We are now going to turn over our tabletop and see if it fits onto our tiered shelving. The desk isn't finished yet, but we are 75% done and it looks amazing. The shelving on the side is perfect. And the reason why we decided to go with tiered shelving is because we wanted the kids to have storage. We wanted plenty of storage for any type of school material that they might have. We are first time homeschool parents, so we are not sure exactly what supplies we are going to need, but we knew we wanted to have a place to store it. This is a very long desk, and we decided to put a third shelf in the middle. Not only was this third shelf for storage, it was also to keep our kids apart from each other, kind of giving them a little obstacle to have to go through to sit next to each other because for some reason or another, they always end up next to each other. And so, with this shelf in the middle, it would be a little harder for them to navigate towards each other with their chairs. And so, that is the reason why we put that third shelf there, extra storage, but also to keep the kids away from each other. My husband ended up putting two wood planks on the bottom of the desk for extra support just because it is very long. And so we are drilling the holes on the top of the desk, but these are going to be countersink holes, which means the screws are going to go into the desk. They're not going to be on the surface of the desk, and then we will be covering those with wood putty. I am now covering the holes with wood putty. This wood putty will dry to a natural color, but I will also be sanding them down. That way everything is nice and smooth. You honestly cannot even tell that a hole was drilled there, and that is why we love countersink holes. The holes that we are drilling here on the side are for the wood planks that we used for support. We just want to make sure that they stay in place. We will also be making countersink holes here on the side of the table. Once I cover them with putty, you'll never even know that they are there. As you can see, the putty started off pink and now it is a natural wood color. It really did a nice job and I was really happy with it. Once I sand off all of this extra putty and stain it, you'll never know that those holes were there. And I know I've said this more than once, but that is the beauty of countersink holes. After all of that detail work, this desk is ready to be stained, and this is the part that I have really been looking forward to. I am going to be staining this desk white. I am really into the brighter and lighter colors right now, and I thought it would contrast really well with the black tiered shelving. This white is something that I've used on a prior project. Our current office furniture is stained in this color, so I kind of wanted to keep the same theme throughout the home. I'm only going to show you one coat of stain on camera, but I did give it 2 coats of stain and then I sealed it with shellac. This is what the desk looks like after 1 coat of stain. As you can tell, the wood is really sucking in that stain, and that is why I wanted to give it 2 coats. I possibly could have given it 3, but I was really anxious and I wanted to see the project done, so I opted to only doing 2 coats of stain. And this is what the desk looks like with 2 coats of stain. You can really tell the difference. And at this point in the video, I had just given it a coat of shellac, which is the sealer. It looks really nice and shiny. And as you can tell, the color is still really white and vibrant. It doesn't have a yellow tone to it. And that is exactly what I wanted. We did let this dry overnight, and then we took it upstairs, and I will show you what that looks like. This is the completed desk. We absolutely love it. It's exactly what we were envisioning. I had my husband cut some pieces of wood to place on top of these metal shelves. I didn't really want it to have too much of an industrial look, and I feel like it changed it up for the better. I really like the way that turned out. It just looks so much sleeker. We have plenty of storage for the kids, which is exactly what we were wanting as well. We also bought them these step stools, and that is because we couldn't adjust the height of the desk. The shelves came in that specific height, and so we bought these step stools. That way they can place their feet on them. We knew that they probably wouldn't be able to reach the floor. At least my daughter wouldn't be able to. We also bought them these adjustable chairs just because, again, we couldn't adjust the height of the desk for their sizes. The adjustable chairs will allow the desk to be a little more ergonomic for them along with the step stools. We purchased these chairs over on Amazon and we really do like them. They're pretty comfy. My husband ended up buying himself one for his office as well. We also installed these special outlets on the desk. Each of them has their own, and they also have USB capability, which is really nice because the kids are always trying to charge something. And so we thought that would be a nice addition to this desk. They turned out perfect. So that is my son's side, and my daughter's side is right here. Again, we put the middle shelf there. That way it's a little harder for them to slide over and be next to each other because somehow that always happens. They have their own space, and so far it's worked out really well. We are just so happy that we actually finished this desk. It was something that was hanging over our head. We just wanted to get it done. I know that these are really hard times right now for everybody, just having to make the decision on how we're going to keep our kids educated, whether at home or in the classroom. So if you are doing a home program and you need to make a space for your children, I really hope that this video gave you some ideas. Of course, you don't have to do the same thing, but just an idea of how to make a space for your children. I think with virtual schooling, them having their own space is very important. If this video motivates you to make a space for your children, I'd love to see what you come up with. Share that with me over on Instagram, and I will leave my handle here on this screen. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.